Hi guys, welcome back to my small channel. Today's video we are going to learn how to make this over effect here in Figma. Without wasting too much time, let's get into it. Welcome. The first thing we want to do is let's bring in our frame and let's use a MacBook Air. Let's use a MacBook Air. So what I would do next is draw my shape, and it can be whatever shape. You can use your circle, you can use whatever you want. Just let's give it this dimension, at least for now. So what I want to do now is Shift A to add an auto layout. Now, let's make it a bit interesting. Let's add a little bit of text. Let's say some wise. Let's say some wise. Let's increase the size of some wise to about 20. Yeah, 20 should do. Um, or let's change it completely from inter. Let's give it something more playful. Um, let's look for something more playful. Does not matter actually. Let's go with this. Does not matter actually, just for the fun of it, for what you want to do. So let's give this a feel of black. Let's give this a feel of black. So we want to also add our text to an auto layout. We want to add our text to an auto layout. So let's align these two and then add them to an auto layout. So we have something like this. We can reduce the space. Yes. So we have this. Let's name it our rectangle one. Let's name this our rectangle one. So we have this. Now, what we want to do is make a component out of this. You come to the right side of your menu and click on create component, and you definitely know how a component is when you see this box, this four dot box, or what do I call it? Is it diamond shaped? You have a component. So what we want to do is make a variant from this component. Now, what a variant is like another another form of our initial component. It will make sense. It will make sense. It will make sense. Let's make a variant from this. So we come back to the right side of our toolbar, and you will notice, you would pay attention to this plus button that is in line with rectangle one. That's in line with the name of our component. Then when you click on it, you notice it duplicates it. It makes a variant from it. It makes another copy of the initial component. That is a variant. It makes a variant of the initial rectangle. So what we want to do is this our variant is the one we are going to expand to give us that zoom out effect when we are hovering. So we click on our name, the rectangle one component, and let us increase this frame a little bit so that it will contain the size we want to, the rectangle we want to resize. And you click on the variant and let us move it here. You double click to make sure you are selecting the rectangle itself and increase its size. increase its size, and you do the same for the text too. Do the same for the text too. Let us let us increase the frame of these two to match, so that the text would also be in the middle. So we have that to be that. So we have this to be the one that would be the zoom out, and this one will be the initial state. So now that we have this, the effect I want to have is when it is in its when our design is in the initial state, it will not have the name. But when it is outside, when it is zoomed out rather, you would see the name. So what I want to do is come to this initial rectangle one, the initial rectangle we created, and then I want to reduce the appearance, the opacity. I want to reduce it down to 0. I hope we are following. You should. So what I want to do next is come to prototype and click on rectangle 1, the initial state, and extend it to the variant we created. Now we want to change the trigger to while hovering, the action to change to variant property to the property 1 to variant 2. That's the variant that we created. Animation should be smart animate. The curve should be easy in and out, and then the duration should be half a second. If you make it 300 ms, it is going to, I don't know, it is not just as smooth as it will be when it is half a second. That's why mine is half a second. So we have that to be in place. Now, one final thing we want to do is, let's go back to our design. Let's click on our first rectangle one, and then you come to constraint and let us make it center. Put both center to the vertical and horizontal to center. You come to the variant that we created, and do the same thing for it too. So now that we have that, let us come to our MacBook Air. This MacBook Air, I don't want it to be white. Let us change the fill to something not black, not white. Something around here should work. So we come to our assets panel. We look for what we just created, rectangle one, and then we drag it inside. We drag it inside our main frame. Now, to make this make sense, let us double click, triple click, not double click. You have to triple click because there is a frame inside the frame. You understand? So you have to triple click on the rectangle one, and in the fill, we want to make it a picture. So let us bring in the unsplash plugin. Bring the unsplash plugin. Let's go for portrait, and let us use this pretty picture by Jimmy Femin, and we have that to be that. So let us duplicate this one more time and triple click. Let us change this image to something else. Bring in our unsplash plugin, portrait, and this beautiful lady by Good Faces. Perfect. So we have that to be that. So let us test what we've done so far. Let's click on our MacBook Air, go to go to the preview, go to our preview, and when we over, let's see what happens. Now, what you notice is it is not coming from the middle. If you look at this animation, it is coming from the left side to from top left to the bottom right. That's what our animation is doing, and we don't want that to be the case, because it is going to cause something like, you see, this is very disruptive. So what we do is select on this, and we want to come to the constraint of this and make it center center. Come to this one, make it center center. Now let us test what we just did. Go to preview, and when we do this, you notice now it is coming from the middle. Let us expand our view. Now that we have our expanded view, we can see it. That's how you make this over effect. You know what? Let us make one more copy. Let's make one more copy of this and triple click on it. Let me make it my picture. Do I have a picture of me here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's put this in an auto layout so the spacing would be even, and just preview it one more time. Present. Now that we have it in an auto layout, we have to put the constraint again. We have to make the constraint to be center center again. You see the disruptiveness that we just caused for ourselves. So now that we have it center center, let's test what we'll get. Now, what we are doing is when it is on the middle, it will push the rest. That's the animation that it will cause. It will push the rest a little bit to the side. When we come to this, it will push this tool to the side, and this is how you can create this smooth animation. And if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe. That's the only way you can help me. Please drop a comment if there's something I am not getting right, if there's something I can add, if there's something you would like me to do, or if there's something you would like me to improve. Please let me know in the comments. All right, till I see you again. Thank you.